Hey there, it's J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite tech stocks heading into earnings season. And if you've watched my videos for a while, you know I'm a big fan of earnings season. You also know I'm a big fan of tech stocks, and really there are hundreds of names to play in the space outside of the big five tech stocks that you hear often talked about. So today we're going to dig in, and if you've watched my videos, I did a video like this ahead of earnings season in Q3 on July 22nd, talking about Corning and Texas Instruments. Both of those stocks are setting up both of those stocks set up similarly to the one that we're going to look at today. And on Corning, you were able to, after earnings, book a 16% gain in just a couple of weeks, and an 11% gain on Texas Instruments in just a couple of weeks too. So great opportunity here to do the same thing. Let's go ahead and dig right on in. All right, so today we're looking at NCR Corp, ticker NCR, and put very simply, they specialize in financial payments software. They work with merchants and banks to facilitate payments, and they're a leader in an emerging payments movement called contactless payments. And if you've got a smartphone or a credit card with a chip, probably know what I'm talking about. The ability to do Apple Pay or Google Pay, or take your credit card and basically put it within a couple of inches of the point of sale at a store, and the payment goes through instantly. It's a really great, fast, secure way to do payments. And in the world of COVID-19, it's a very safe way to do payments. And we were seeing the trend really kick off in a couple of years ahead of COVID. But now, because of the risk of infection, every time you go to a store and go to make payments, contactless is making an explosive push for growth here at the end as we approach the end of 2020, and will continue to do so into 2021 when people really get back out into the world. So NCR is in a great place to capture that growth. They just launched Aloha, which is a platform they've created, which does contactless order and payment systems for restaurants, and they just launched a new digital ATM platform for contactless banking. So they're into some pretty big, get some pretty big projects going heading into the end of the year. And really, what I love about NCR right now, you take a look at this chart. You see, this is a year-to-date chart for the stock. $22 has been this real level of resistance here. You see the stock pushes up, first time really in April. You see a test again in May, June, August. But over the last week, the stock has finally pushed through that level. And you see here, just in the last couple of days, has broken out above its 200-day moving average. So you got a nice big breakout here. Let me grab my pointer. You've got a nice big breakout here, and it's on pretty strong volume here. So the stock pulled back a little bit yesterday, being Tuesday's close, on yet another impactful President Trump tweet. But again, I like this breakout here, especially if ahead of earnings. NCR is expected to report earnings on November 6th, so you got a lot of space here to get in, and a lot of room here to. This is a great entry point right now at this $22 level. You see here the stock is really held here, held at the 50-day moving average. It's been a couple days below, but I like having the 50-day moving average here as support. This super support level here at 22, and then the 200-day moving average right there. Nice entry point here. And you take a look at the stock. I mean, just over the last say 4 or 5 months, the stock has traded in this range between 22 and 16. That's that's a $6 range. You put, really, in terms of price target, put that $6 range on top of 22, that gives you 28. So a lot of room here for the stock to grow. And when you talk about earnings season, NCR has been a solid player. 6 out of the last 8 earnings reports, the stock has beaten analysts' expectations. In fact, in the last quarter, quarter 2 of 2020, the company reported a 23% beat above analyst estimates, and the stock rallied 13% on the day. So you got a great big mover stock around earnings in a growth segment of the market. Contactless payments it's only going to grow from here. And even if we see a pullback here due to the election or other movements in the tech space, this is a strong performer at earnings in a growth industry. So whether you're a trader getting in for the short term of the earnings pop, or you're looking to get into a longer term play, NCR is a fantastic way to do that. So again, take a look at NCR, again, reporting earnings on November 6th. Great entry point here for that pre-earnings play. So thanks again for watching today's video. And if you got any questions, comments, shoot me an email at askjrod@stpaulresearch.com, or leave me a comment below in the below the video there, and I'll give you a ring. Cool. So thanks so much for watching today's video again. For Rich Retirement TV, I am J-Rod, and I'll see you next week.